I'm now working on a doctorate program at Tennessee State University, where I'm also employed. So the Lord has blessed me with a lot of experiences and also working in the community. So we're glad and excited to have this opportunity to have this dialogue with you today.
Very good. And Ms. Byers, what about you?
Hello, I'm Katasha Byers, and I've been here in Nashville, and I've graduated from Fisk University with a degree in psychology. Been in the ministry for many years, and I recently joined the church about a year ago to St. Luke Primitive Baptist, and it's been such a blessing to me.
Very good. So you're one of the women in the Primitive Baptist Church that we'll talk about this morning,
Yes,
as is Ms. Vincent. Let's get some information, Ms. Vincent, in reference to your background, education, and experiences, and then perhaps we'll be through with this first segment, and then we'll be able to go into the second break and go into the second segment. Let's start off with some information with you. And you've got about 2.5 or 3 minutes to deal with this, Ms. Vincent, so speak in reference to that.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure, Dr. Haney. I am originally from Tennessee, so born and raised, educated in Tennessee. I am a member of St. Luke and have been a part of the ministry for 4 years now, and have been in the ministry as far as being a minister for several years now, since 2010. Educated in Franklin, because I'm from Franklin originally, but am a proud member of the St. Luke Primitive Baptist Church under the leadership and tutelage of the awesome Frank D. Stevenson. Just really excited about the direction that the ministry is going, and excited about where God is taking us. So I'm very pleased to be a part of the ministry.
Reverend Stevenson,
Yes,
it appears that women are playing a very, very significant role in the Primitive Baptist Church. Now, from what I understand, that this is something unusual, and especially I think that somebody has announced themselves as being a minister, in the female minister in the Primitive Baptist Church. Is that usual with your church? And if not, let's talk about it from that perspective.
Well, the Primitive Baptist discipline says that we do not license or ordain women ministers. That's one of the rules that was written into the discipline. However, for many years, we've had what I call a don't ask, don't tell policy related to women ministers. So a lot of Primitive Baptist churches couldn't help but to use the hands and the gifts of the women that were in their church, but they had to do it under the shadow of a secret. So great work was being done, but it was being done in a don't ask, don't tell, public, private, secret type of matter. And we just said we wanted God's Spirit to move and the freedom to allow them to work without being intimidated. And so we took a bold step. And so I think it's going to, it made a lot of people upset. But you know what, Dr. Haney? We believe it was the right thing in terms of allowing women to be active in that, in our body at the church.
Ms. Byers, what do you think about your activities in reference to the Primitive Baptist Church?
It's just awesome that Pastor Stephen gave us the ability to have a voice in the church, to do what God called us to do. When other people said, no, this is not what you do, Pastor Stevenson stand firm according to the word of God and gave us the option to give us the right to speak and preach the word like we were called to do. And it's just been an awesome experience.
And so you're moving forward in terms of now being able to proclaim the word of God in open, something that women have been able to do, Pastor, all along, but they had to do it undercover in a real sense. And so now they are out from under the cover, and now they are out proclaiming the word of God.
Yeah, Dr. Haney, they're doing it very loud and boldly now, with the spirit of boldness. Hey, we're here, and we need all of those hands.
Very good. And of course, what we're going to do, we're going to take our first commercial break, and we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. Thank you, and welcome back to the second segment of the show for today. We're talking to Pastor Stevenson, Ms. Byers, Minister Byers, and Minister Vinson in reference to women in the Primitive Baptist Church. And they've given us some excellent information in reference to their background, education, and some of their experiences. And so now Ms. Vinson is going to start us off during this second segment by talking about some of her experiences as a minister in the Primitive Baptist Church. And Ms. Byers will follow that up, and we'll allow Pastor Stevenson to sort of close us out during this segment dealing with women in the Primitive Baptist Church. Let's start with you, Ms. Vinson.
Yes, Dr. Haney, I was born and raised Primitive Baptist, so that's pretty much all I've known ever since being a child. And I know that being a part of the